Hey everyone, welcome you all. So in this video, I'm going to show you whether the list box is having a duplicate elements or not. So how we can find a duplicate elements in this list box. So let us see how we can do this. So here I have a two different list drop downs are there. So we can select multiple options in this. So the first one, colors box, which contains some duplicate options. You can just look at red, blue, green are repeated. And the second one, it doesn't have any duplicates in this. So we will check whether which drop down box is having duplicate, which is doesn't have the duplicate values. So simply go to Eclipse, and then I have already created simple WebDriver project. Now inside this, I'm creating a new class, and I can say finding duplicate options in the drop down or list box. Duplicate options in the list box. So for that, first of all, I'm just trying to create a WebDriver instance. WebDriver driver equal to new cron driver, and then we import WebDriver cron driver, and then I'll try to navigate the page. I can say driver.get, and this is the URL of my application, and try to maximize the page. I can say driver.manage.window.maximize. So this will maximize the window. So now we need to check the drop down options are duplicated or not. So first of all, let us capture the drop down, the first drop down taking, so which is having the duplicate options in this. So let me inspect this drop down, and basically this is a select box, and this is multi-selected drop down, so that we can also capture multiple options if you want, and we can also call it as a list box. And now let me take the text path of the select box. Now I can say driver.findElement by.xpath, and this is my list box element. So now we need to pass this into select class object. I can create is a web element. So now we need to pass this element into the select class object. I'm creating select, and I can call it as a list box equal to new select of this list box element I'm passing. So now we need to import this select. So now we need to first capture the options from the list box, and then we will find out whether this list box is having duplicate or not. Okay. So further to what we need to do is, when I read the options from this list box, we are going to store them in a set. So we have to use something called a collection called set, hash set. So normally the set or hash sets not allowed duplicate elements. It can store only unique elements. Okay, but array list can store duplicate elements. So here we should not take array list. We should take a set collection. So let me take another variable. I'll define one set type of variable. I can say set. I can create a variable called as a unique options equal to new hash set and new hash set. So basically the options, the list box options, I'm getting the text of the option. So basically I'm going to store the text values in this hash set. So explicitly I'm specifying this set collection is having string type of data. Okay, which is having string type of data explicitly I'm saying. So now this import the set from java.util and then hash set. So why we have defined this? Because we want to store the options from the list box in this set collection. Because the set collection allows only unique values. It is avoiding the duplicates. Okay. So now we need to iterate this list box elements one by one and store them in a set collection. Simply I can say I'm writing a for each loop. So in the for each loop, I'm capturing each and every option. So how to capture the options from the drop down? I can simply say listbox dot get options. So this will return all the options, right? So that each and every option I'm storing into a variable like this option. So this option is a web element. This is a web element. Okay, so now from this option, we want to capture the text using get text. And this I'm going to store in a unique options. Okay, so I'm just storing the text in a string variable first. String, I say option text. Okay, so here we need to validate one condition. So what we have done here is we have captured each and every option from the list box into this variable, and then we are capturing the text also and storing them into option text. So here we have still not added this option text into the set collection. So now we need to add this to the set collection. So in the set accepts only unique values. It cannot accept the duplicates, right? So we need to put one if condition here. What is the if condition? Suppose take this unique options set, and here I'm directly adding using add, and here I'm passing this option text. So what this add method will return? So this add method returns true if the element is not exist, already not exist in this unique options. Currently unique options is what? A set collection, which is empty as of now. So in the if condition, I'm using this add method. So what is this add method will do? This add method basically add this option text into the set collection. And it will return true if the element is not exist. It will add it and returns true. Suppose if this element or text is already exist in this set, then it will return false. If this element or option which is already exist in this particular set, then this add method return false. So that we need to capture. So because we want to capture the duplicate elements. Duplicate element is nothing but what? Which is already exist. So if this add method returns false, that means not operator we have to use. That means what? It is a duplicate element. So simply I can write a simple message here. Duplicate option found. Duplicate option found. So if you want to print what that option is, you can simply print this option text. Okay, so as soon as you found this option text, so I will take one temporary variable here to maintain the status, like whether the drop down list box is having duplicates or not. So I'm just taking one Boolean variable called, I can say, status, or we can take a flag, Boolean X a flag. So by default, I'm making as a false. So as soon as I found the duplicate text in the list box, I can make this flag value becomes true. Okay, so as soon as I found some duplicates, I'm just printing the duplicate option, and also I'm making flag value is equal to true. So now what will happen? It will capture the option from the list box, capture the text value, and add the text value to the set. And if it is returns false, that means element is already exist. That means it is a duplicate. So that's the reason we are using not operator. So if it is written false, then we are simply saying duplicate option found and make flag is equal to true. Suppose it is captured all the options, right? And it is added all the options. There are no duplicates found. So then what we can simply do, again, the flag value still remains the false. So after completion of the for loop, after exiting from the for loop, you have to write one more condition. Still this flag value is false. Okay. So then what we can decide, we can simply say system.out.println. So no duplicates found. No duplicates found in the list box. So this is a simple confirmation message we can write. So after that, I'm trying to quit my browser. That's it. So just simple logic you can write. So the major thing is this one. So first we need to add this option to the set collection. So it will, this add method will return true if the element not exist. That is a unique element. And this add method will return false if the element is already existing. That means it is a duplicate. So we are using not operator here. So if it is false, return false, then the duplicate option found, and we are printing the text option and then make flag is equal to true. So this loop will repeat for all the options, and whichever is a duplicate option, it will find out and it will print the text of that particular option. So now currently I'm using the colors text colors list box, and the colors list box we have a duplicate options red, white, green, and all. So let us execute and see. I ran my code and launching my application. Now you can see. So duplicate option found, red and green. So these are the only two elements which are duplicated in my drop down. So let me just provide another list box or drop down. So where there are no duplicates are available. So let me pass this sorted list. Basically, this doesn't have any duplicates. So let us take this element animals, and instead of this, I'm just commenting this. I'm just passing some other list box. I can say web element. And you can say list box element. So we can also call it as a combo box, list box, drop down, multi-selected drop down. If it is a normal single select, we can select only one option. But in the multi-selected drop down, we can select multiple options, which is also called as a list box and combo box. You can call it whichever way you want. So list box element is what this time I'm taking another one. So driver dot find element by dot xpath, and that's it. So now this time I'm taking another box. So this is not having any duplicates. Let me check. Perfect. Now you can see there are no duplicate found in the list box. So this is how we can simply use collections concept and we can solve these type of issues. So we can simply find out whether the list box, or same thing you can apply for drop down also, single drop down also, we can apply the same logic. We can simply capture all the options and iterate each and every option, check whether it is storing in the set collection or not. And if it is if add method is returning false means the element is already exist. If it is not if it is returning true means what, the element not exist. If it is returning false means what, element is already exist. So this simple logic which we need to apply and we can solve the problem. So that's all for this video. Thanks for watching.